What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Zach's Live Trader. Here with you always, I am the bearded boy wonder, Dave Bartosiak, and today, my friends, I'm doing the good, the bad, and the ugly weekly trade review. Now, here's the thing. It's Thursday. It's about 1:10 Central Time. We are elbow deep in the NASDAQ selling off right now. So what you guys got to understand is these numbers here change every second that the market's open, and I do these while the market is open. So I'm giving you some guidance here, and I'll talk about these, and we'll go through it. And then plus, remember, tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., we've got the morning after. So if you watch this video and you're still a little confused about exactly what to do with some of these, come on in tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Central, and we'll go ahead and talk about them, okay? So that's my little disclaimer here. So first is bullish call spread that we had on Micron. And again, we were long the August 32.35 call spread for $1.16 net debit. Max profit, obviously, with Micron over $35. Well, last I checked, and like I said, this was an hour ago before stuff started going awry, the spread was trading 52 cents with Micron at 30.67. So I say you just go ahead and rip it here. We waited around for Micron to make a little bit of a move. It got up to 32 yesterday. It started to sell off a little bit. There's just no reason, or 2 days ago rather, it sold off a little bit, got under 30. There's just no reason to play around with this thing anymore. Just go ahead and rip it and just be on to the next one, because there's just a spat of volatility here. It's bringing a lot of over the top, or overhead pressure rather, for Micron. Then we had a bearish put spread on Qualcomm. So long the August 18th, 52.50 put spread for a 66-cent net debit. Max profit with shares of Qualcomm under 52.50. Now the good news is, last I checked, the spread was trading $1.55 with Qualcomm under $53. As you can imagine right now, if the NASDAQ's continuing to sell off, this probably looks even better. So I know a lot of you ripped it that first day, and that's perfectly fine. A bird in the hand's worth two in the bush. But if you still have it, just keep catching that drift, because this is going to get closer and closer to that $2.50 max gain, because it's not the Qualcomm story. We saw the story. We saw the report. I think it's going to continue to drift, and it does have a tendency to do so. So I think that's what's going to happen with Qualcomm here. Then we had a bullish call spread on Skyworks. So this was long the August 18th, 105.110 call spread for a $2 net debit. Max profit with shares of Skyworks over $110. Good news is the spread's up at 275 with Skyworks at 107.83. Again, throwing that asterisk, this is prior to the NASDAQ selling off. But I say we just go ahead and wait, because that 110 call that we're short on the back end is going to lose some value. So allow it to lose some value over the course of the next couple of weeks, and I think this is going to look a lot better moving forward. But still good stuff out of Skyworks. Then we had the iron condor on Google. So the way that this works, we were short a July 28th, which is tomorrow, 1042.50 call spread, and a 947.50, 945 put spread for a total net credit here of 80 cents. Max profit with Google between the two navigational buoys, 947.50 and 1040. So at the time that I was doing this, this spread was at about 10 cents, which is good, with Google at 957. Now I've seen since then that this has sold off a little bit. Google has sold off, rather, getting down to 940. So this is what you want to do. Obviously, you want these to both sides of these to expire worthless, right? So you need Google to get up above 947.50 in order for that put spread that's out of the money to become worthless. So I know that the NASDAQ's under some pressure now, but here's the thing. Just wait another day, because time is working on your side on both of these. There's only 1 day until expiration. So don't make any rash decisions today, especially when the NASDAQ's selling off here a little bit. I think it's going to trickle up higher throughout the course of the day right now. I think we had a little, I'm not going to call it a flash crash, right, because it wasn't anything that dramatic, but you did have some fierce selling to the downside there that was triggered. And it does look like we're trickling on back up a little bit. But then again, you know how the market is. It can change on a dime. Still, with this, be a little patient, see where we are tomorrow, and then we can reassess the situation then. And we'll talk about it, obviously, during the morning after session that we have tomorrow. Then a bullish call spread that we put on AMD. We were long the August 18th, 14.15 call spread for a 41-cent net debit. Max profit with AMD over $15. Now, in after hours, AMD was like $15.67 after following their earnings report. Gapped up yesterday, started to trickle down, and today it's coming under pressure. When I was putting this together, the spread was at 45 cents with AMD back down to 14.14. As the NASDAQ sold off, this got even lower. But here's what we're going to do. Nothing with regards to AMD. Let this volatility feel its way out. We still have a few more weeks on this with the August 18th expiration. So just kind of try not to stress out too much about this situation and just kind of let it do its thing. So that's all I got for you really here on this week's The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Tomorrow we do have the morning after session. That's going to be at 9 a.m. Central, which will be great because we're going to have Amazon earnings. And we did have that condor coming into Amazon here. So again, just like Google, we're hoping it stays between the navigational buoys. So we'll have to see what happens then. Okay, so thank you guys so much for hanging out with me here today on The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. And I will see you all mañana. Have a good one.